The last time you saw me, I was seated in front of a camera telling you I was done playing with my health. This was October. Then life looked me dead in the face and said, not so fast. 5 months, no videos. A lot has happened, and today I'm going to show you all of it. The real numbers, the real story, and exactly what this channel will look like from here. Stay to the end. There's a reveal coming, and I promise you it will be worth it. So let me explain where I went. So when I made that video in October, I meant every word of it. The intention was real, but then November 23rd happened and everything changed. My son was born. And if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm about to say. Everything becomes secondary. Sleep becomes a luxury. Your routine becomes a memory. Your own needs go to the bottom of the list. And sometimes you don't even mind it because this tiny little human just arrived and nothing else, absolutely nothing else matters. So November happened, then Christmas happened. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, I was living in between two countries, traveling back and forth between Bermuda and Canada, which, if you haven't done it, sounds exciting. And if you have done it, you know it destroys every kind of consistency that you have in your life. Different kitchen, different schedule, different everything. Every time I landed somewhere, I was starting over. I also made a decision during this period that I haven't spoken about publicly yet. I am now fully in Canada. That chapter of back and forth is done. I am settled. I have a routine. I have a fixed kitchen, one gym membership, a steady routine. And I cannot overemphasize how important that is. So that is where I went. Not checked out, not quit, living the story I'm here to tell you. So here's where things actually stand right now. For the past couple of weeks, I've been training consistently, and I just want to pause to explain what consistency looks like for me right now. It definitely doesn't mean that everything is perfect or I train every day, but one thing I've implemented is what I call the 2-day rule. I try my best to never miss 2 gym sessions in a row. Sometimes it's 3. Some weeks were 4, but none were 0. So training was definitely my anchor, especially on weeks where I felt like everything else was unraveling. The gym was one thing I could control, and I pretty much held on to that. So now we go to food. Food has definitely been the more complicated part of my story. So when I was traveling, I ate poorly. I'm not even going to try to dress that up. Airport food, unfamiliar kitchen, convenience over nutrition. That is my honest version. So since settling in Canada, that has changed significantly. I've pivoted my food channel, as some of you may have observed, from just good-looking food to healthy food that looks good and foods that are representative of the mission that I'm currently on. And living that shift has also affected the way and shaped the way in which I cook for myself. Protein is now the anchor of every meal. Not perfect, not obsessive, just intentional. I want to talk about stress for a little, as I feel this is the part that most fitness channels skip. And I feel it is one of the most important areas to cover. So this part of my life hasn't been easy. I am building something of my own professionally. I'm a new father, and I just changed country. So there are days when the weight of all that sits heavy. I trained anyway. Not because I'm superhuman, but because I've learned that the days I least want to train are the days that I most need to train. Movement is the thing that keeps me regulated, even when everything else feels uncertain. If you are carrying something heavy now, And a lot of us are. I just want you to know that training through it is not weakness. It is actually one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental state. The science backs it up, and my personal experience even backs it up more. One thing I've learned over these 5 months that I want to leave with you is I used to think that consistency meant you had to show up every single day. Thankfully, I now know that that's not consistency. That's perfectionism dressed up in a better name. Real consistency is your return rate. How quickly do you come back after a fall? Not whether you fall off, because you will. I did. Everyone does. But how fast do you find your way back? Since making that announcement 5 months ago, I've fallen off, I've started. I've fallen off again, and I've restarted. And during that Christmas time, I've fallen off several times. But the important part is I kept going. If I was to plot the rate of falling off and getting back on, each time I look at that graph, I can steadily see that I'm going forward. Your return rate is your superpower. Build that and nothing can stop you permanently. Okay, so earlier I promised a reveal and we're at that point now in the video. But before I continue, I just want to preface by saying I'm definitely not where I was 5 months ago, but also not where I want to be. However, I'm excited because right now I've ironed out the kinks, and I believe I'm at a place now where I can consistently document this journey. Had I been fully transformed, it would be a missed opportunity. So together, we are definitely doing this. So without further comments, let's get into it. So when I made that October video, I had a picture in my head of what I would look like by now, and I'm not there yet. But thankfully, I'm 20 pounds lighter. My waist is down, my energy is better, my sleep is better, and I'm still here, still posting, still moving forward. That matters more to me than hitting an arbitrary target on a timeline that life decided to rearrange. This is 5 months of real life. Poor eating habits, career transition, new baby, 2 countries. I'll take it. So here's what this channel will look like from this point. And I want to be very clear about it because I want you to know exactly what you're signing up for. Every 2 weeks, I'll be posting an update. Training, food, life. You will know exactly how this transformation program is going on. Also, I'll be sprinkling little tips and observations that I've had over the past 5 months as well. And if you've watched the first video, I will repeat what I said in that video as well. I'll be sharing the good, the bad days, and the ugly moments, all of it. So if that's the type of content you've been looking for, you're definitely at the right place. So if this feels like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.